Hello. Welcome to a crappy Saturday rainy night with Daniel. Today, I wanted to talk about a type of OCD that I don't think is really formalized, in that it's not talked about explicitly, it's not given a category, it's not really brought up at the table of OCD themes. Although I've talked with lots of people who struggle with this, and it's been one of the biggest parts of my OCD, so I wanted to shed some light on it. And what exactly is this type of OCD? It is called experience OCD or EOCD. I have dubbed that term. It's not official. Nobody else calls it that besides me. But that is what I'm framing it at. And I've really realized through ERP how much I've tried to control my experience and how much it was actually a problem. I, for years, have had this ritual of needing to control my experience. What exactly does that mean? Well, with music, for instance, I would need to... There was no point in listening to music unless I knew the words. So whether it be a pop song, a rock song, a metal song, I have to know the words before I can truly enjoy it. So that would consist of me, say I bought a new CD or new album. When I bought it, I would initially go straight online, look up the lyrics, and follow along with the lyrics while I listened to the album for the first time. And I wouldn't allow myself to not look at the lyrics until I was, quote unquote, somewhat familiar with them. Now, enjoying song lyrics, there's nothing wrong with that, and song lyrics have been really helpful to me over the years. However, what I have had a tendency to do has become obsessive. And one day, my OCD noticed, I think it was an OCD sparked thing to begin with, and then I think OCD caught on that I liked this ritual, so it made it so it was harder for me to do. I could no longer live under the illusion of what I was doing. Illusion meaning the illusion that I can actually control my music listening experience. I have control over how much I hear, how much I relate to, my feelings, all of that. That I'm in the total driver's seat for the music listening experience. OCD, I think, caught on that I felt that way through this ritual. So it was like, oh no, we gotta switch things up now because, like, he likes this. Like, it's one thing to, like, try and make him do it, but then if he actually likes it, no, we can't have that. So it totally flipped the script. And one day, I'll never forget, I was laying in bed and I was listening to the song by this band, Alter Bridge. I think it's called Show Me a Leader. And OCD started to touch music. I noticed that I wasn't able to concentrate on it as easily. I noticed that OCD was giving me anxiety about not enjoying the song enough. And then I noticed that OCD attached my main intrusive thought, sex with, into the music listening experience. So there's been lots of different ways that it's tried to get my attention with this sex with obsession, which, if you know me or watched any of my other videos, that's like my main thought that's been pertaining to my OCD. But like when it started to bring itself into music, it would do things like after every line I would think sex with whoever the singer of the band is. So like, say I'm listening to Motionless in White. After every line that's sung during a Motionless in White song, I would think sex with Chris Motionless after every line was completed. And there's, that kind of died out, but there are some songs like, what's the song by In This Moment? I forget what it is. Oh Lord, that's the name of the song. Where it's still, like, whenever that song goes on, after every line of the song, sex with Maria Brink, sex with Maria Brink, sex with Maria Brink. So yeah, OCD kind of latched on and really interfered with something that I thought I had complete control over, and something that I, very importantly, thought was sacred. Which, one thing that I've learned through ERP and this whole experience OCD, nothing is sacred. There is nothing that I can rely on for certainty. I cannot, even though my brain may want to, I cannot turn on music and have certainty that I'm going to enjoy myself. I cannot turn on music and have certainty that the lyrics are going to resonate with me. I cannot turn on music and expect myself to be fully focused. And these are things that have been really distressing to me that for many, many years I thought I had control over. I thought I had the control to be fully focused on a song. I thought that this is what I do. That's Daniel's thing. I can do it. And when I felt like I couldn't do it, I was like, what is the point of listening to music if I can't control it? And it's only been until recently, and I've been in ERP for over a year now, that I've really started to see that trying to control my music experience is actually creating stress. It's stressful. It's not enjoyable. It makes music like a homework assignment. You know, and this is where it gets tricky, because with experience OCD, it's like, why wouldn't I want to enjoy myself? Why would I willingly make myself have a shitty time? If I feel that I should have the control to control my experience and make myself enjoy myself, why would I give that up? It feels good. And my reason is, and I think a lot of OCD advocates won't tell you their reason because they want you to go on that journey there yourself, which if you do have experience OCD, you need to go on that yourself. But for me, the reason of giving that up, allowing myself to not be enjoyed, feel like I'm going to have a bad experience if I don't do certain rituals, is because the stress is not worth it. The certainty is not worth it. I would rather live in the uncertainty and go to a concert and not enjoy myself, even if it's one of my all-time favorite bands, than try and stress myself out the whole night. Why am I not enjoying myself? This is one of my favorite bands. I should be enjoying myself. Are those thoughts going to come? Yeah. But do I have to respond to them and play with them and throw more oil on the fire? Absolutely not. So I would rather live with the uncertainty, even if it's very uncomfortable. Because the moment I choose to live with the uncertainty, it eliminates 50% of the stress. 25 to 50% of the stress automatically comes off just by living with the uncertainty. I am now open to having a good experience, a bad experience, an experience where there are highs and lows. Maybe I'll enjoy parts of the concert. Maybe parts of the concert I'll be bored. But it's living in the gray, and OCD doesn't want us to live in the gray. OCD wants us to live in this black and white world. And they think that OCD thinks that we need to exist in this black and white world when the exact opposite of true. I didn't realize until quite recently how freeing it is to live in the gray, to live with the uncertainty, to allow negative shit to happen. When I first started having symptoms, I was like, oh my God, if only this anxiety could go away, if only these thoughts could go away, then everything would be fine. That kept me tortured. That notion, that narrative that I was subscribing to. If only this could go away, if only I could just watch TV and feel like myself, then it would just be fine. No, because I was creating unrealistic expectations for myself. I was expecting, because things had been, quote unquote, a certain way for a number of years, that it should always be that way. No, life is always changing. Your interests change. How you respond to things changes. Life's going to change whether you like it or not. So it's been important for me to be open to different types of experiences. And I'll further elaborate and say that part of the reason that experience OCD has been such a big part of OCD is because my OCD is because my experience is very directly tied to my identity. I have my associate's degree in entertainment management. My whole life has been about music and, going to shows and theater and all that kind of stuff. And to feel like it wouldn't feel like me anymore would feel like a betrayal of my entire life's mission. But that could be true. Music may not be me anymore. Music may not be my destination. I may not even like music. I may fucking hate going to shows tomorrow. I don't know. But I do know that by me accepting that that could be true and willing to have that removed from my identity, I've gotten a lot of it back. I can now go to shows and relax. And I use the term relax loosely. Relax doesn't mean that I have no anxiety, I have no intrusive thoughts, I'm totally in the moment. No. Relax means that I'm being mindful, that I'm accepting of everything that's going on in the moment. I'm allowing myself to have a diversified experience. And I'm allowing myself to possibly feel bored, which would make me feel like I'm losing myself. And, oh no, what if concerts don't feel like me anymore? And make me have to sit with that uncertainty of who am I without this. It is okay to have a crappy experience, and it is okay to feel like something that has been you for so long is no longer part of you, or it's in question. The uncertainty is okay. The uncertainty is where we learn to grow and where we learn some of life's most valuable lessons. So if you think that you struggle with experience OCD, and especially if you think that you may struggle with it because of its, connection to your identity, feel free to reach out to me. I think that this is a very common type of OCD that doesn't get a lot of light. The most common example, I don't think that necessarily everyone has the same music type of obsessions that I do. However, I do think that some people may relate in the sense that, if they go to Christmas with their family, they assume, oh, it's Christmas, I'm supposed to have a great time, I'm supposed to be happy, I'm supposed to be joyful. Oh my God, I'm depressed. Why am I depressed? This is Christmas. I'm supposed to be happy when I'm with my family, blah, 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 blah. I think that a lot of people with OCD have that experience, and that I would tie under experience OCD. So even if you have something like that, it is worth getting help for. It may seem ridiculous or you may not understand it, but it is worth getting treatment. Seek out a professional. Even these OCD themes that may not be common, they can be treated, and you can live with them, not get rid of them. But I don't know, maybe you're the rare exception. Maybe you can't live with it, but we'll have to live with the uncertainty and see. Anyways, I hope you like this video. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any comments or concerns or have a similar experience or just want some help. I'm always here to talk to people. Thanks, and have a good weekend.